Hello and welcome to lesson number 43 in our micro series. It's Lockdown 3 and it's the 15th of March 2021, the Ides of March. Today we're going to be looking at study number 43 in the set of 60, and it simply describes itself as arpeggios. And as you might expect, it contains major and minor arpeggios and also a couple of other examples of arpeggios. Quite a lot of diminished sevenths. There's a dominant seventh sitting in there somewhere, 19. And there's also an augmented chord at 27. Quite a stretch across the string. And in fact, on that last phrase where that one sits, you might much more likely turn them as a broken chord, right across the string, all four strings. Other things of note, well, it's interesting because although it just says arpeggios, and most of the time, it's sort of like a very clear technical kind of presentation, this one isn't quite like the others, and it's far more, I would describe it as a fantasy. And it really is very imaginative and explorative in its presentation. And that is also brought about by the interesting rhythm. So almost throughout we have a tie from the first beat before we proceed upward to an arpeggio. But be careful, because although that's true almost throughout, there are a couple of cases where it isn't the case, and instead you're moving on the beat. For example, at bar 8, which looks like a return to that opening bar, but it's actually going to move on the second beat. So watch out, there's a couple of those thrown in there. Anything else of interest for us to notice? Probably that's it. The sort of fantasy idea, the arpeggiac ideas. 3, 4 and A minor, which are less usual in this set. Let's give it a go. And I think my passing comment on that would be on the very last stretch, one actually needs to try and pull the arm down so that the strings really make a contact with the fingerboard. And that way your bow arm should hopefully be free. It's quite hard to kind of really hold it down. Do your best.